we are completing the square, and this is part 1. What is the intermediate step in the form x plus a quantity squared equals b as a result of completing the square of this equation right here? All right. So when we're looking at this, it's when we complete the square, we have to have a 1 in front of x squared, or nothing would be there, which would represent the 1. We can do this at several different steps, but let's go ahead and I just feel like taking care of it right now. So we need to, whatever this number is in front of x squared, we divide every term by that number. Terms are separated by plus or minus signs or an equal sign. So now we have, I'll do my work up here now. These 2's cancel. 2 goes into negative 206 103 times. Use a calculator if we need to. Equals negative 10x. That's what's left over. All right. And they want it in this form right here where the constant is by itself. So we'll go ahead and just switch those around right here. So I'll add 103 to this side, add 103 to this side, and I'm going to subtract, add the 10x at the same time. Add the 10x. So basically it's moving it over to the other side. All right, so now we have x squared plus 10x equals positive 103. Now, when we complete the square, we need to complete the square number. The complete the square number comes from the number next to x. That's the b number. So if we look at the general form of a quadratic equation, ax squared plus bx plus c is the general form of a quadratic equation or an x squared equation. B is the number in front of x. So we're talking about this b right here. The number in front of x is 10. And to complete the square number, complete the square number, they call it a magic number here. To complete the square number is b over 2 quantity squared. Okay, so whatever that number is, you plug it into here and do these operations, and out comes this special number. And we'll look how to use that in just a minute. So that's going to be 10 is our b. Then we divide by 2 next, which would be 5. And then we square it, which would be 25. So our complete the square number is 25. There's a couple different ways of doing it. Because they're structuring it in this way, we'll just go ahead and follow their steps. So we have to bring this number into play. So we're going to add 25 to the left and add 25 to the right. We now have x squared plus 10x plus 25 equals 128. And then we want, this is a perfect square binomial. But basically we can do it the old-fashioned way, which is what numbers multiply, what 2 numbers multiply to be 25 and add to be 10. So we're basically factoring this. That's going to be 5 and 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 plus 5 is 10. So that's going to turn into x plus 5. I'm not going to skip any steps here. Times x plus 5 equals 128. Now it has to be where this is the same binomial. Binomial, the same 2 terms. Notice the same 2 terms. So I can rewrite this as x plus 5 quantity squared equals 128. And that's our goal here, is taking what they gave us and getting to this step right here, which is what they're looking for. So we got some x plus or minus some number, quantity squared, equals some other number or constant, 128. So that's everything. Let's type in our answer. That's x plus 5 over there and 128. Okay. So the key to remember is this a, the number in front of x squared, has to be a 1. So I picked the hardest type, the one where it's not equal to 1. And then there are some where they are equal to 1 and it's easier. Okay, then I just do it term by term, and he's putting everything over. Essentially, it's the same. There's that magic number, he calls it. I call it the complete the square number. At least he broke it down this way, but sometimes a lot of people, they just go straight into that step, which is fine if you understand.